Hi guys, and welcome to GISTUBE TV, where we thrill you with amazing video all day long. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell after you subscribe to this. Hi guys, and welcome back to this channel. Let's do a Big Brother Naija week 3 highlights and talk about what has been happening with these housemates so far in this video. If this is your first time on this channel, be a part of the community. I promise you won't regret it. And how do you become a part of this community? You can be a part of this community by subscribing to this channel. Do that by clicking on the subscribe button and also hitting the notification bell beside the subscribe button so you will not miss uploads from here and you'll be one of the very first to know that we have new videos drop. We have videos every day though for your viewing pleasure. Right then, let's get into Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye Season 6 and what biggest children, like I love to call them, have been up to. First off, this week we saw the coming to power of General Muhammadu Pere. Now his name is Pere in the house, but then because of the way his regime went, he's been termed General Pere because he wanted to enforce law and order. Now when he became the head of house, he picked his love interest, Maria, as his deputy head of house. And but you can agree with me that both of them were not so good together as deputy head of house. You shouldn't have put favoritism in place and probably picked somebody who would do the job. Somebody like Tega, who they all nominated for eviction, by the way. Thank God she did not go on. Right, so Pere became the head of house and then he picked Maria. And then his very first task was to use his veto power to save one of the nominated housemates and replace with another person. Doing that, he replaced Saga, who is his best friend in the house, with Sasuke. Saga said, guy, why did you have to replace me? Replace my babe now. I mean, you should have saved Nini and not me. But anyways, grateful that Nini did not go home, Saga did not go home. But of the 6 nominated housemates, at the end of the week, Big Brother decided to not do anything shocking. But he did a very... See, biggest game, it is biggest game, it is biggest house. At this point, I think I'm tired of commenting on how Big Brother runs this show that it does. Because how would you have 21 housemates 4 weeks into the season? Guy, explain. How many people are you going to send home next week? The only explanation, or the only thing I want to think is happening is there are fake housemates in that house. Because remember that he introduced 4 housemates in the beginning of the 3rd week. That was after the first eviction show happened. Right? So I want to believe that either of these 4 housemates are fake, or maybe the wildcards are actually fake. You know, the housemates are supposed to find out the wildcards and then nominate them out of the game. But because they failed to do so, the wildcards stayed in the game. So maybe they're just staying in the game to put the housemates off their game. See how I'm rhyming with game or more. You know, maybe that was what Biggie... God, I'm tired of analyzing Biggie's work. Anyways, moving on from the nomination and the eviction that happened much later in the week, let's talk about the shifts that happened in the Big Brother's house. Now, I feel like Big Brother show is beginning to turn to Love Island or How I Met Your Mother or some X on the Beach kind of thingy, because it's like everybody just wants to be everybody's partner, right? They just want to be booed up. Understandable, they've said that Biggie's house is very cold and at one point you would want to cuddle up and have bodily warmth. But you could have bodily warmth without necessarily being in a relationship with a person, like we've seen Princess and White Money. Although White Money did run away from Princess, then Princess wanted to come to her with him because like, nah, that's not going to happen. But we've seen ships, we've seen some ships happen, we've seen some break, e.g. Sammy and Angel got together and then much later decided that no, we can't be together again. They fought, and before we knew what was happening, Friday, they fought on Tuesday. Friday, they already made up. Saturday, they were dancing together at the Saturday night party. Then we had Boma and Queen. Queen is one of the housemates that Biggie introduced into the game. She said, well, Pere, you're my type, but Pere is already into Maria, and Maria has already marked that territory. Although she's saying there's nothing going on between them, she's really marked a territory. Nobody can come near that boy. If you come near him, Maria is going to come for your head, and she's still going to insist that there's nothing between them. I don't understand, madam. Pick one hustle. Like, really, just pick one hustle. So she had to leave Pere for Maria and then went on to her second choice, Boma. And Boma has been shouting, I'm slippery, I'm slippery. Somehow, Boma found himself entangled and he really had to take himself out of that spider web that Queen was already beginning to, make around him. And then both of them had a fight, not so fight, to disentangle themselves from whatever entanglement they might have been into. Then we had Licorice and Emmanuel, which is a one-sided ship if you ask me. I don't understand why Licorice is still staying with Emmanuel. Just be able to read in between the lines, babe. That is why you are female. It literally is your duty to read between the lines, honestly. I mean, I don't see it any other way. But she's refused to do that. And maybe because she's seen him every day. Because I feel like if it was in the real world, not in Biggie's world, and they don't see every day, she would be able to see into his bullshit, for the lack of a better word. Right. And then we add Michael and Jackie B. I love how Jackie B just, boom, she just caught Michael the moment Michael came into the house. She did not give him breathing space. She did not let anybody come near him. He did not even get to know anybody. Funny thing is, Michael is into peace. And now he cannot even think about peace because Jackie B has begged A. And then they had a fight and it's like, okay, maybe it's time for me to even let the babe go. And Jackie B is like, we are fighting. We are not breaking up. There's a difference. It's okay for us to fight. So now when Ebuka asked them during the live eviction show, if all was well and there was peace in the equation, I love, Ebuka is just the devil's advocate, not that word, because see what they did there. He said, is there peace now in the relationship? Because peace is in the relationship. Jackie B is refusing to see it. Michael can see peace in the relationship. Every other person can see peace in that relationship. But Jackie B is not saying that. She's even going to tell Peace the things that Michael has done that has wronged her, you know. But then they said everything is going on fine between them. Perry and Maria, these guys, I'm not talking about their shit because they don't know what is wrong with them. Then there was the food fight that happened in the course of the week. I'm trying to wrap up this video already. There was a food fight that happened in the course of the week because General Perez decided that white money strategy is to cook. Yes, if it's a strategy, it's not easy to slave away like Nene said. So, I think Perry did not do very well. I don't think, and also I don't like how Jackie B was very reluctant, and now some housemates were very reluctant to say the truth when Ebuka asked them what they thought of Perez's regime as the head of house. Just say it was an unthoughtful fellow because he didn't really think through some of the actions and decisions he took as the head of house, especially number one, taking Maria as deputy head of house, something he later came to tell Boma he regretted doing. Guy, if they use your brain, they had 36 for crying out loud. You should be able to be, diplomatic about these things and very logical, not really emotion, you know. I think it should be, and he said he's been trying to get into the house for 5 years. So for 5 years, you've keenly watched Biggie's game. You've seen how the game is played, and yet you're coming in and you're acting like this, wanting to take someone. If you think someone has a strategy, what you do is nominate the person out of the house. If you nominate the person first, the person is able to withstand the first eviction, didn't go home, second eviction did go home, third nomination and eviction did not go home. You should know that person is strong. Next thing you should try to do is become that person's ally, honestly. But Perez is not using his head. And I'm not here to talk about Perez because, well, his regime is ending today. Grateful to goodness God. We're going to see a new head of house and hopefully see how the week will be run by this new head of house and whoever deputy they are going to choose. Also, something else I want to mention is how this guy is abuse alcohol. At the end of the day, Biggie is still going to ban alcohol in the house. If I'm Biggie, I would have banned alcohol. How would you drink to the point of stupor? You don't, you know, how would you drink to... See, I think I need to pause because I don't want Biggie's children to give me headache at the end of the day. These guys, yes, they want to. Funny enough, they're not even that entertaining, and yet they want to give me headache. At least, give my soul peace. Anyways, peace is my favorite. If you don't know yet, I'll see you in the next video, guys. And we'll talk about some other things that Biggie's children have been up to in the house. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like I said, and bye, guys.